What is up everyone, my name is Joey and in today's video we will be reacting on a update on Domi Online because they are doing a June development update for June obviously, and they do this every single month and that's a good thing. Domi Online is one of the very few projects that I'm very excited about, guys, because they are just passionate game developers and I feel like they just want to create a very awesome MMORPG instead of selling all these NFTs, loot boxes and all the other predatory things that is going on currently with the space. I've also been trying to look like for a new cryptocurrency project to, review. I didn't find a lot of good stuff lately and I've been reviewing a lot of bad projects. So I was like, yeah, let's just react to a June development update. Would be nice. So let's take a quick look, guys. So I believe they did something with the character updates, animations, the whole environment looks a little bit better, polished combat, spawn and respawn logic, okay. So here we can already see the environment, how it's going to look like in the foundation state. That's quite cool. Like, we saw the old combat actions, animations, they're a little bit static, they're a little bit boring, but they are getting a little bit more realistic, I would say, and a little bit more immersive. I think that's the most important aspect of an MMORPG. It's the immersive aspect, okay? You want to feel immersed in the in-game environment for you to be able to enjoy the game, if that makes any sense. Especially for the MMORPG genre, that is just very important, guys. So everything needs to look a little bit more polished, a little bit more, fluid, if that makes any sense. And it definitely improved the combat by a lot, I would say. Here we can see some magic attacks. There are some issues though that I'm still having with Domi Online, because Domi Online has a unlimited level cap. Now I am really curious to see how that is going to be scaled out, because there's going to be a gap between very veteran players that spend thousands of hours into the game, whereas someone that is working all day long can't invest as much as time into the game. And I'm a little bit afraid of these level gaps and falling too far behind when there's like an unlimited level cap, guys. So I'm a little bit curious how they are going to solve that. Of course, it's a MMORPG game on the blockchain, so I'm also curious how they are going to prevent botting, okay, guys, because bots are a very huge problem in games like Runescape or Res. I think even in Lost Ark, like the in-game economy gets ruined by these bots, and especially in an NFT game, like how is that going to be played out, guys? What if I run like on multi-box 100 accounts and earn a lot of money and then ruin the economy? I'm very curious how they are going to prevent botting and bots overall, and how they are going to prevent these malicious type of things that is harmful to their in-game environment and especially their economy. Swimming also nice, guys. I still think the water is very poor, but I think we are still in early access with Domi Online, okay, guys? So that the water isn't looking super realistic yet, that's totally fine. At least we see some of the animations already, which is cool. Where's the fish though? Can only see a little bit of coral. Equipment. Okay, so this is a little bit of a problem that I'm having, guys. It seems a little bit off. The proportions of the body seems a little bit off, if that makes any sense. Like the legs are humongous, especially if you compare it with the body. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, guys. Also, she's like, I don't know, cramped up, I would say. They need to work on the positions of the character, I think, and also of the proportions of the body elements, because yeah, it seems out of proportions, guys. It doesn't really look good, to be very honest. What I am very happy about though, they changed the UI elements, the UI design sprite. That's just very good. But it reminds me a little bit of the Guild Wars approach. The Guild Wars also uses these like paint brushes effects on the UI, and I really like it. It's really modern, it looks appealing, and it looks really fresh, and I'm very happy that they improved that, because it steadily and slowly becomes more polished and more like an MMORPG, which I really like, guys. On my first video on Domi Online, you can clearly see the difference. The UI design was very basic, but I like that they went the basic approach, because they first want to build on the foundation and then go further down the road into polishing everything into a perfect piece, I would say. So I'm very happy with that though. Still, yeah, the body elements should need a little bit of work in my personal opinion. They look better with actually armor on for some reason. That's very odd. With armor, like the body seems to be more in shape and in line with the correct proportions, I would say. But without it, it really looks odd in my personal opinion. So I hope they work a little bit on that. Also, the entire environment. I mean, we are in 2022, okay? Like gameplay is king. So if this game like outbeats everyone else in the market in terms of gameplay, then this is definitely going to win. Because look at OSRS, guys. Like that game looks absolute shite, but the gameplay is so fun and in depth that people are still playing it every single day as of today, guys. So graphics doesn't mean anything, but in 2022, I think it becomes a little bit more important, especially with upcoming new MMORPGs such as Ashes of Creation, guys. If you look up Ashes of Creation, like that game is absolutely mind-boggling in terms of how good it looks. Everything comes down to gameplay because I think New World also looks good, but yeah, the game is dead now because no one wanted to play that game anymore because of the gameplay just sucked, okay? I hope definitely that Domi Online finds this sweet spot, whereas, okay, the graphics are decent, not the best, but definitely not the worst, but gameplay is like tremendously good. Okay, Fire Camp, I like it. Like, that's the typical vanilla WoW experience that I can remember of myself first time playing World of Warcraft. Was like gathering around on this fire camp and then just chatting around, right, guys? Not really doing farming on quests. No, just like socializing within the game and immerse yourself. I think that is very important for Domi Online. Domi Online needs really to look like, okay, how can I engage the players and let them feel immersed in our environment and within our universe? I think that's the most important aspect of everything, because if you can succeed in doing that, then I think you have a gem in your hands, guys. Developed a prototype for cooking and fishing. Yeah, that's also, yeah, okay. It's generic, like every single MMORPG these days have it. We see some type of different kind of fish. They look quite unique. And yeah, again, guys, the UI design is really improved. I really like it, guys. We can see some new different skills down there as well in the skill bar. Also nice to see, they look good. It really reminds me of Guild Wars, to be honest, and that's only a good thing, guys, because I think Guild Wars is a very, very nice game. Here we can see some character fishing, that's fine. I would like to see more better graphics, water graphics, or fish jumping around, like a little bit of more of immersion, because now it's a little bit static, right? You're standing on the bridge, you're putting out your rod, and it's fishing apparently. But like the world needs to be moving around you, it needs to be developed.
Not a bad start, I guess.
Okay, so different type of quests. I like the voice acting, sounds good.
True warrior. Take this. It should be useful on your journey.
But the world still looks and feels very empty, which is to be expected, guys, so don't worry. I'm definitely not worried, but it's a thing to be noticing too, okay, guys, because we point out the good, but also we still point out the bad stuff as well. If we look at this environment, it looks dead as F, okay? What is so good, for example, about Skyrim is that when you walk in a city, like people are speaking to you, telling their stories, one person is going to their jobs, for example, like an immersive dynamic world. I really would like and love to see that, guys, because I really hope that they are going to do that a little bit. I know it's a multiplayer game and it's an MMORPG, so the world and universe needs essentially to be built by the players. I get that, but it would be nice to see also some NPCs doing their daily stuff and, you know, get yourself immersed in the universe, because it looks still a little bit very empty, guys. But yeah, we are in an alpha release. Still very early. And that's it, actually. Asmongold, of course. So yeah, Domi Online is really a project to note, guys. Really to watch out for, because I don't know. I just feel like the team has the right passion. The team has the right dedication to pull it off. And I think that's the most important aspect, especially for a investor like myself. I invest into teams, guys. Projects come second, and the project also, of course, needs to be good or hold some sort of potential. 100% that is true, but the team is the most important. And with Domi Online, they just have the right approach, guys. They don't scream and yelling about their upcoming NFT sales or loot boxes or have these predatory microtransactions mechanics implemented. No, they just focus on the game. They have a certain concept which comes from a gamer perspective. And I just think that's a very good combination. Now, can it fail? Of course it can, guys. An MMORPG is very, 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 very difficult to pull off, especially in 2022. You have to think about so many different things. They all need to become together in a some type perfect cocktail in order for it to last and to work. So yeah, it's just going to be exciting to watch how that whole environment is going to be developed, and especially how it's going to be played. So hopefully we will see more of these updates, and I'll definitely go into it a little bit more deeper as well, because I just love Domi Online, guys. I get many questions each and every single day like, hey Joey, what is a project you are really excited about? Now this is one of them, guys. Domi Online is just, in my opinion, a very nice, amazing project that I will definitely, I'm already invested in, but I will definitely invest probably a little bit more in terms of housing, real estate, or land, if that is one of their mechanics in the near future, because I believe in the project and I believe in the team. It's as simple as that, guys. Now, should you go all in into this project if you like it as well? Of course not, guys. It's always a risk, like I stated before. And MMORPG is very difficult to pull off, so there's a lot of risk for it to fail already because of the genre. It's so difficult. So of course, don't go all in. Like, just have a side, a little bit of a portion, invest it if you like a certain project, and do that with all of your projects so you mitigate your own risk. Okay, guys, that's the way to go, and that's the way to obtain the best ROI every single year, guys. But remember, be a leader in this space and do not be a sheep, guys. Peace out.